He's got the toys. He's got showmanship. And he's got sex appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, from the great Southwest, here's the guru of gadgets, the dapper and dashing Don Bain, the Gadget Professor. Gadget Professor.
Hello everyone, this is Don Bain, the Gadget Professor, coming to you live and in color from our brand new studio in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's very exciting to be here, folks. As you know, I am in Scottsdale now for only a week. I thought it would be 2 weeks, but we are in process of setting up a brand new studio, which I am in right now. And the truth of the matter is, I'd love to show you around the place, but because we have wires and extension cords hanging from everywhere, the studio isn't quite wired up, but we're almost there, and it's pretty exciting. It's real nice, it's cool, unlike the other studio, and we got nice lights that are cool, no heat, so the Gadget Professor is definitely pumped. We are on episode 115, that means 115, and we have a very interesting and functional episode to bring you this week. And of course, let's start off the show by welcoming everybody. If you're new to the Gadget Professor, thank you for finding us. We come out every Thursday evening with a new Gadget Professor, and that would be found at www.thegadgetprofessor.com. You can watch it right there. Or better yet, if you go to the webpage, thegadgetprofessor.com, and you go to this brown box, which is right here, and the fifth one down, if you click on that, you can actually subscribe to the Gadget Professor, and it will go right to your iPad, iPod. We are on iTunes. You could find us there. You can watch us on the Roku box, which is the coolest box out there. Very shortly, we'll be reviewing a new Google TV box. We'll get to that in a minute or two. But you can pretty much find the Gadget Professor anywhere that there is an internet feed. So thank you for tuning in. Again, every Thursday evening we come up with a new episode, and what I try to do is mix things up, have a gadget of the day or some item that I think is functional and will be useful to you, as well as some software and some free apps. I always try to find free apps because they're free. And hopefully we will also bring you some technical information, some technical news, and comments each week to keep you appraised and knowledgeable as to what's going on in the industry. So you can email the Gadget Professor anytime, 24 hours a day. You can email me at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com, thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. And of course, you can follow us on our Facebook page. You can write me a little note there or send me a picture, whatever you want to do. Follow us on Facebook and like us. And then last but not least, as everybody knows, I like Rebel Mouse. And if you really want to follow the Gadget Professor, you go to Rebel Mouse/Gadget Professor. Let's see if we can get that up there. I don't know why it didn't come up. Here we go. So if you follow me on Gadget Professor, you will see that all the latest in the news that there is to tell is up there, and I actually tweet about 100 times a day. I'm not kidding you. And what that is it's the latest in technology and in gadgets. So if you were to look at this page right now, we're talking about holographic FX, bring Star Wars like holograms. There's all kinds of gadgets and devices on the Gadget Professor's Rebel Mouse page, and this will all be on the show notes, and we'll get to that in a second too. But you can go back to this page every 10 minutes and it will be different, and it really gives you a nice visualization. Now, this is actually fed by our Twitter feed, which is at Gadget Professor. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, just go to @Gadget Professor. And last but not least, folks, you want to get the show notes. Every Thursday night, as soon as the show is posted, you will get an email in your inbox, and it takes all the URLs. Everything that we talk about on each show is hot linked, and you'll get this as a newsletter, and you'll be able to just click on it instead of writing it down as you watch or listen to the Gadget Professor. So go to thegadgetprofessor.com, scroll down, and right there, right before it says follow me on Rebel Mouse, there's a newsletter button. If you click that, you will absolutely get the newsletter, and you will be glad you did. And if you want to watch the Gadget Professor, you would click right there, or you can watch it on the iPad, iPod, iTunes, the whole bit. So enough with that stuff. Let's start the show off today, and what I'm finding is every week now, I can bring you an article that talks about someone being hacked. And this week, it's my unfortunate pleasure to bring you a story that this will be in the Gadget Professor newsletter. This is July 22nd, 2013 at 5:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bloomberg, Apple developer website taken down after hacker attack. Apple Incorporated shut down its website for software developers after a hacker broke into the network and is overhauling the system to prevent the incident from damaging its relationship with its programmers. Apple took the site, used by engineers who write applications for iPhones, Macs, and other products, offline on July 18th after a hacker tried to steal basic information on developers, such as email addresses, the company said in a statement posted on the internet yesterday. Well, the whole article's there, I'm not going to read it, but as I tell you every week, be real careful out there where you put your information, because I don't think there's a site out there, including the FBI, the CIA, the White House, that hasn't been hacked. And there's laws now, or there will be legislation soon, that's going to demand that every company in the United States that has a website or has a database will actually take precautions to prevent cyber attack. But I'm not sure that will even do it. So the point I'm getting at, all those people out there, including myself, who use the cloud to upload your stuff, to back up your computer, your data, be real careful. And that's why I always like to say I have my own backup system, I have my own cloud, and no one knows it exists, so no one's gonna hack into it. Whether I'm not a big target like some of the other companies that advertise on the radio and TV and internet that automatic backup. It does automatic back you up, but they're all susceptible to hackers. So enough on that. Today or yesterday, Google announced Chromecast. Now, I haven't seen this yet. It just came out. I think it was announced today, or the website went up today. It could be off by a day, but Chromecast is the easiest way to enjoy online video and music on your TV. This is going to set you back $35. And essentially, sit back and watch together. With Chromecast, you can easily enjoy your favorite online entertainment on your HD TV, movies, TV shows, music, and more from Netflix, YouTube, Google Play, and Chrome. No more huddling around small screens and tiny speakers. Chromecast automatically updates to work with a growing number of apps. And these are some of the apps. I'll put this page up on our show notes. Chromecast works with devices you already own, including your Android tablets and smartphones, iPhones, iPads, Chrome for Mac, and Chrome for Windows. Browse to what you watch, control playback, and adjust volume using your device. You won't have to learn anything new. And here it has a kind of a crazy, stupid diagram, but now you're on your laptop, your tablet, and now they show you a picture of a PC. Real cool. But all kidding aside, they have a great movie here. You can actually click on that and see it in action. So anything that is on your cell phone or accessible from your cell phone or your iPad or your computer, you're just going to literally drag and drop it wirelessly, and it will connect to your big screen TV. That is very cool, and at $35, it's extremely cool. And to be honest with you, that whole market's going to be changing very soon. You have the Roku box, which is $100 for their Model 3, the Roku 3, which I think is probably the best pound-for-pound value out there in terms of set-top tuners. So if you want to get off the cable, we've talked about this many times, I recommend the Roku 3. Next in line, I like the Google TV. That's going to change very, very, very soon. I don't know if I'd be buying one. As a matter of fact, you're starting to see those prices come down. I saw the Google TV, the Sony Google TV, advertised for $100, which is well worth it. And Sony makes it, and I think I saw it on Tiger Direct, refurbished, which doesn't bother me, for $99. So if you don't have a set-top box, you may want to look into that. If I had to choose between the Google TV for $99 and the Roku, I would probably go with the Roku, if not for, I guess the only reason is I think it has Amazon. Roku has Amazon, whereas the Google TV doesn't have Amazon TV. So check that out if you're interested in it. But this is a very interesting device, and you can read up and watch the video if you look at our show notes. So let's get into some free apps. One of the first free apps that we're going to talk about is called Audio Docs, 100% free. Audio Docs is a very simple program, and essentially what Audio Docs does is it will convert any Microsoft document to a WAV file so that you can hear that document that you created on your iPad, your iPod, your Android, whatever it is that you want. It creates and compresses audio documents. It's quick and easy. document conversion, a friendly graphic user interface, sound control, voice control, speaking rate control, so you have the ability to take your printed documents and speed them up so they talk very fast and you can hear like that if you can understand what they're saying. So that's kind of cool if you do that, and totally free, so check that out. It's great if you have some text material, documents, contracts or whatever, and you don't really want to sit and read through them, you just want to get a feel for what's on them. You could change them to audio docs and listen to it in the car on the way to work or on the plane, train, whatever it may be. Next of all, this is a kind of a neat website or service. I haven't used it yet, but I'm going to look into it in more depth tomorrow, but it seems quite interesting to me. It's called Send Hub, and essentially you get a free business phone system instantly. Now, you do get a free business phone system, and it is instant because it's going to be on via the net. They do make money because they have other services, but essentially you can do quite a few things with this. You can access the device from anywhere, anytime. You get any number, including a toll-free number if you want. You can save money with voice over IP calling, premium voicemail transcription, add and remove phone lines at any time, get complete transparency login as any user, download analytics with a single click, call forwarding, call transfer to any device, share contacts with anyone, use auto attendant to transfer calls automatically. That's a very cool feature. SMS with basically texting with colleagues and customers, broadcast marketing text using group text, build contacts lists, so on and so forth. And essentially down here is what you get for free and what you get for not free. So if we click on that, this chart clearly shows you what your basic structure would be. It limits reset monthly, so that means every month you will get 60 voice numbers. I don't need 60 voice numbers. 500 text messages, 3 groups of 50, unlimited calls and text to send hub numbers. Okay, the plus is $25 a month, the pro, the premium, so you can look at that yourself. It has a lot of cool features, looks pretty interesting, and you have a free chat on this, and that is sendhub.com. That will also be in the show notes. I thought I'd throw this in because I get tired of seeing all these photographs of doom and gloom on the internet and so on and so forth, and Instagram drives me nuts. I don't like Instagram, but that's just a gadget professor. I'm getting old, I guess. But this is a site called Happier, and Happier is a beautiful way to collect and share happy moments you find in everyday life. Sounds good to me. Brighten up someone's day by smiling at their happy moments and get great ideas for what to do to be happier. So check this site out. It's kind of neat, and I kind of like the theme. Enough said. Rolling right along. This is a cool website. This is not only great for grown-ups, it's great for children, and if you have grandchildren, it's awesome. And it is put out by the National Museum of History. Let's try it again. The National Museum of Natural History. Sorry about that. And it's the Smithsonian. And if you've never been there, now's your opportunity to go there virtually. So this will be on the show notes, and I'm going to click Desktop Virtual Tour. And this is really cool. There's the museum just like I'm walking into it. It's 3D, and it's just awesome. So if I want to move, there it is. So I can do a 360-degree view, and it's very, very, very cool. And I believe that's the woolly mammoth, if I'm not mistaken. So you can go up, you can go down, you can move in, and it's a very cool website, and you can search through the whole museum, totally free, and I highly recommend it. I really like the page. It's very cool and very well done, very high quality. So definitely check that out. This one is called, well, Trusted ID Catalog Choice. This is going to stop unwanted mail. It's a free service to opt out of catalogs, coupons, credit card offers, phone books, circulars, and more. Reduce the clutter. Billions of unwanted mailings are thrown away each year. Opt out with Catalog Choice and simplify your life. Protect your privacy by removing your name from marketers' databases. Catalog Choice helps you protect your privacy. It helps the environment because they're not printing up all this junk and sending it to you. With over 1 million members and growing, we are saving natural resources. It is totally free. The URL will be in the show notes, and check that out. You might find that interesting. And along those lines, the consumer information page put out by the FTC, which is your Federal Trade Commission if you're a member of the United States. If you're out of the United States and watching the Gadget Professor, thank you for doing that. You also can tune into this page and see what kind of cool things we got to protect people here in the USA. But this tells you how to file a consumer complaint, register for people to do not call you. That's how you get on the do not call list, so marketeers won't call you by putting your name on this list. Report identity theft, get your free credit report, and order free resources. There's a lot of stuff on this, and most people don't even know that it exists. There's money and credit, homes and mortgages, health and fitness, jobs and making money, privacy and identity, blogs and video and media. So there's a lot of stuff on here, and probably a good idea to check that page out. And last but not least, we have a lot of free stuff this week. This is a cool app. It's called Lemon Wallet. You can download it for free. It works on both the Mac platform or your iPhone platform and the Android platform, and it's the smarter wallet. Store a digital copy of all your cards with Lemon Wallet, your IDs, your insurance, your loyalty and payment cards, so you always have a backup in case your wallet is lost or stolen. Back up all of your cards with Lemon Wallet. You can leave your wallet at home. Everything is secure, backed up on your mobile device. Have you ever forgotten your wallet? With Lemon Wallet, you can access your information when you need it. Security, all your data is safely stored and encrypted, and a PIN is required to access your cards. If you lose your phone, you can remotely unlink it from your Lemon account. So, pretty cool stuff. They have a video here. You can watch that on your own. And check Lemon Wallet out. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for, the gadget of the day. Well, what I've decided to do is do a very brief overview of how to set up your own home or business security system for a fraction of the cost that a professional company would charge you. Now, I know right off the bat I'm going to get email from all those people who have security companies out there screaming and yelling at me that leave it to the professionals and don't do it yourself and all that stuff, but be quite frank about it, ladies and gentlemen. I have a couple of different office buildings around the planet, and I pay a lot of money for security systems, and there are certain situations where you definitely want a professional. I have a building in Massachusetts that I recently, like 2 months ago, had updated, and I had to update the internal fire alarm security system. I did not want to touch that myself. I had a company, the security company that does my alarm there, and they wired everything up. I got a certificate, and if anything's wrong, they take care of it. I can give that to my insurance company, and it's valid and all that stuff. So everybody has their place in time and space. Now, that said, this brings me to a company called SafeMart. We've been using them, or I've been using them, and Wildman Mike has been using them for probably 4 or 5 years now. And the way we stumbled across this company, and by the way, I have no connection to SafeMart. I don't know anybody there personally, and no relatives work there either. In fact, most of my relatives don't work anyway, but that's a whole different story. But SafeMart sells all kinds of security systems, and the way we ran into them was for monitoring. Now, as I said, I have multiple alarms in different places, and the monitoring services cost me a minimum of $45 a month, and some cost $60 a month. That's a lot of money every month. Well, these guys actually charge me $12 a month, and they do the same thing, and I've used them for years, so I know they're reliable. And what they also offer is people, everyday ordinary people, the ability to hook up their own alarm system that works really well, especially with the wireless applications that they have. And we're going to show you a little bit about that today. Now, right off the bat, if you go to SafeMart's page, they have a July security sales special for $99. So if you click on that, basically they're going to walk you through what you need. So let's get started. And do you currently have a home security system? So I'm going to say no. I want to protect my family and, let's say, my home, my pets, and my possession. I want to protect everything. So now I'm going to go to next. And do you plan to use the Android phone, the iPhone, BlackBerry, or other smartphones? So I'll say yes. Do you want to use a tablet? I'm just going to click yes, because I want everything. If a criminal or animal cuts the phone, or you still want security to be able to dial for help. So I'm going to say no, I'm not worried about that. But if you said yes, they would give you monitoring. So this shows you all the things that you can do. And I'm just going to click randomly here because I want to get to the end of this. So I'm going to click always knows the doors are locked. So anyway, it brings you through this. This can go on forever because I really do a thorough job. But at the end, it will tell you what parts you need and how much the system will cost. And they do convert it now to a $99 plan. So no matter what you check, they keep it within that limit. But if you need things more than that, you have the ability to add on. So let's take a look at that. And the reason I'm showing you that, I showed you that, was because 99 bucks is pretty cheap. And that does not include monitoring. And the monitoring is about 12 bucks a month. You can call them and they'll work out a plan for you. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. A security system consists of a couple things. First of all, there are sensors, and sensors take the shape and form of, let's say, 3 or 4 categories. One category would be a motion detector, and that's what a motion detector looks like, and we'll actually do a close-up on camera too. That's the front of it, and that's the back of it where there's two screws that mount it in the wall. So, or you can tape it to the wall if you make sure the tape sticks. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Now if we go on the web page, it shows you all the things, all the sensors that you can purchase or include in your particular system. Every house is different, every business is different, so there may be certain doors or certain areas that you want secure. So if you have a door, you would use this wireless micro contact. One side fits on one side of the jamb, and the other side would fit on the door. And if the door is opened, then obviously the alarm would go off. They have key fobs that you can use. Here's another picture of the wireless motion detector that we had. Everything is wireless. There's no stringing wires through the wall. Here we have a smoke detector. Here we have a garage door sensor. Now I know some of you people were thinking, you know, okay, well I have glass in my door. Let's say they never open the door, they smash the glass. Well, here we have a wireless glass break detector. So if they smash the glass, this will immediately sense the vibration and trip the alarm. So there are several modes of that. You can put an IP camera, an actual camera, hook that to the alarm. As you can see, there's quite a few devices for pretty much anything that you're going to run into. So essentially what the kit would consist of is 1, 2, 3, 4 sensors, whatever form you desire. You can actually use, you know, one of these to go from one end of the house to the other end of the house. As soon as someone breaks this beam, it goes off. So in the office that I'm in right now, in the studio that I'm in, we have actually 6 of these, and there's really not a way in or out of this place without setting the alarm off. So the sensor part is pretty easy. You're going to screw this to the wall and stick it up. There's no wires to run. Now let's get to the fun part. The fun part of this, if you will, is the touch pad that you can purchase. And again, this is wireless. Now what I like about this is there's 3 ways this can be done. One way is by wires, and I don't really want to run wires. Again, this is do-it-yourself. It's the Gadget Professor. But this keypad is touch keypad, and it's wireless. Now, if the alarm goes off, either you have to dial out to the police if you're having it monitored, and the alarm company who's monitoring it will actually call you on the cell phone if that's what you want and say, hey, someone broke in, do you want me to call the police, or did you set the alarm off? Or you can have it the second that alarm goes off, you call the police or fire, and the sensor knows what's happening. You have smoke detectors, fire heat sensors, so there's all kinds of sensors. So again, the alarm company the monitoring company will call you and ask you, or they'll directly call the police or fire. Now, the way that works is if you have a phone in your house, a phone line, it will automatically, when it trips, dial out on the phone line, and that's how it makes the call. If you don't have a phone line, you can use a radio amplifier, which is what we have in most of our offices, that even if someone cuts the line outside, it's battery powered and it will send a direct signal. Now this unit that we have in this facility actually has a hookup to a phone tower, a cell phone tower, and it checks every 10 seconds to see that everything is locked, and if that doesn't come back within 10 seconds, it automatically calls the police and fire. Now the cool thing about this is you can actually take a hard look at this, and these are the things that you can do. And by the way, in a second I'm going to show you that this app, very similar to this, is available for free when you go to SafeMart on your iPhone or on your Android. So you can be anywhere in the world and click on your cell phone, on your smartphone, and get this information. You can unlock, you can lock your facility, you could change the temperature, all kinds of things, all from your smartphone. So here's the temperature. It's current 72. You can increase it or decrease it. Here's your AC system, your heat, the fan, whether it's on and off, your thermostat, 1, 2, or 3, all accessible. Outside temperature, 82 outside, 67 inside, whatever the case may be. It gives you the full weather report and what your building temperature or home temperature is inside and outside. And again, you can configure this. You don't have to have thermometer controls. Now, essentially, when you go to arm this, it's closed. All the doors are closed. All the windows are closed. And you'll see little check marks there. The motion detectors, if you're moving and you're in that line of the motion detector, you're going to see that unchecked, which means something's open or someone's moving. So once all these things are checked, what you're going to do is click to arm this. And again, this could be done from your cell phone, your smartphone, or actually on the alarm itself when you're physically at your home or building. So right now you can have motion sensors only, doors and windows only. So if you want to just have the motion sensors off at night and you want to put the alarm on and you might get up in the middle of the night, you don't want to set the alarm off, this is what you would use. So essentially you're going to click it and it will arm the alarm. It will be on. Now if we want to come in and we want to disarm it, or someone's going to be there exactly at 7 o'clock at night, you don't want them to have the code, but you want them to get in the house, they can call you and say, please disarm it, and you're going to put your code in, again, remotely or on the mechanism itself. Click, and there you go. It is opened. And you'll see that the lock is open. So that's how that works. Now, we also have, we'll put this up in the show notes, another app that's come out by alarm.com, which is totally free, and that puts that application on your smartphone, as I just demonstrated. So you have your choice of operating everything right from your smartphone. And it's kind of cool, especially in Arizona. You want to get the air conditioning blasting before you get into the building. You wake up, you click the air on, and by the time you get to the office, it's cooled down. Now, I know you're thinking, what happens if someone walks around or crawls on their hands and knees and pulls this motion detector down? Well, as soon as they go like that, it's going to set it off. But if some wise guy tries to open this up, let's see if we can show this on camera too. I'm going to actually push this open. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And right here, there's a spring. I don't know if you can see that on camera too. There's a spring right there. And as soon as this is opened or pried, this spring pops, bam! The alarm is set off, and it's too late. So these things are actually tamper-proof also. It's a very, very well thought out system. So I hope I've given you a fast, brief overview. We're running about 28 minutes now on the Gadget Professor. I like to keep it a little bit shorter than that, but this stuff is very exciting and it's very easy to do yourself. The folks at SafeMart have an 800 number. They'll walk you through everything. You'll have no problem at all. We have hooked up at least 4 alarms over the last 2 years, alarm systems for people as a favor, and all of them have worked flawlessly. So before you spend thousands and thousands of dollars, I would at least check SafeMart out. It can save you a lot of money, and I can attest that the stuff works quite well. So that will wrap it up for the Gadget Professor today from Scottsdale, Arizona. Next week you will see me back in sunny, humid, hot Narragansett, Rhode Island. And as I always say, people don't believe me, but I would take a 110-degree day here in Arizona opposed to an 85-degree day back in Narragansett, Rhode Island because of the humidity. Yes, it is a dry heat out here and it's hot as hell, but damn, I hate that humidity back east. But I'm going back there for another week or two, and we'll see everybody next week. Thank you so much for tuning into the Gadget Professor. See you next week.
The Gadget Professor is produced by Don Bain, Multimedia Communications, LLC. If you would like your product reviewed on The Gadget Professor or would like to appear on The Gadget Professor, contact us via email at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. The opinions expressed on the program by the host, guests, call-in listeners, or chatters are solely the opinions of the original source who expressed them. And thank you for watching The Gadget Professor.